Cooking toppings like corn inside a microwave. You're not glued in to the team with Janae and Dave. They share a laugh and don't mind the debate, cause it's all a lot of fun, never argue with hate. But the topics get heated like teeth that's not brushed. The show's about an hour, so please, there's no rush. If you don't get the jokes and feel offended, to put it quite simply, that's not my business. That's not my business. Yep.
Oh, you have to love it. Did you miss us? Oh, we missed you. Come on in here. Bring it thine ass. Listen, I'm so excited. Listen, where y'all at? Say hello. We missed y'all. We've had a hell of a week, people.
Sure have.
Child, listen, you still look good though. That's the important thing.
Yes.
Well, you know what? I'm so glad because and this is what you got to sleep with for the rest of your life. Rodney Perry! What up? What up, homie?
Yo.
Hope all is well, my friend. So yeah, man, we want to talk a little bit about growth and whatnot. And like Janae was such a beast this week. Like you just beasted the whole week.
Oh yeah, I had a busy week.
Yeah, man, you flew in and out like you was me. Like you go hit the thing like, what up, y'all? All right. Oh Lord,
That's the way the stars align.
sometimes it be like that. Oh, look at that. What up, Xavier? What's happening? Where Keisha at? What y'all doing?
What's up, Xavier?
What's up? What up?
Hey, Gia.
What up, Ismail? How are you, bro? Yes, indeed.
Love
Both our shirts.
Thank you.
Listen, wait for it. Wait for it. Yeah. This is who you need. I smoke rocks. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
so
that was my favorite.
Yo, for real.
segment.
What up, Gia? So
Hey, Gia.
I'm excited about life right now. I'm excited about where things are going. It's been a really celebratory week. Like you just been kicking ass everywhere. Like I need to get on your calendar. Like and you need to coach me. You been every time I turn around.
Coming up, man.
Yeah, I told you, boy. Listen.
Our work pays off.
Let me tell you something. Now, LaShonda, you gonna get all the gems tonight. All the gems tonight. Listen, like the thing of it is, yeah, okay, love the shirts. That's what I'm talking about.
Thank you.
Y'all see Janae's shirt, right?
Yes. Fuck you, pay me.
Child, listen, that's it. Like we ain't got no time for nothing else. You talking this? I mean, listen, I'm so tired of. Okay, 1 second.
Ooh, you got you started.
Let me tell you, knuckle dragging, mouth breathing Negro something. Who told you that just because we black, that I need to just give away everything I got? Like
for the free 99?
Not around here. I didn't even know what that was. I was like, are you doing a soliloquy? Are you doing a requiem on John Hansen's give us free monologue? Because I was confused.
Wait.
Yeah, like, so I'm supposed you're not gonna hook me up? No, this dude hit me up and he was like, yeah, so I do these things and I'm in finance and I can do this. And I was wondering if we can collaborate. And I said, listen, man, right now I got 74 active client roster, not counting celebrities and private clients. So
what, collaborate and do what?
He wanted me to give him $30,000 worth of coaching and resources for free. And I said, well, what would you bring to the table? Like he bought my stutter back. I felt like I was 12 again.
So there was no reciprocity.
How did
Tell
me who I get to be.
And so did you say, fuck you, pay me?
you think these locks get palm rolled automatically?
Listen.
Fuck you, pay me.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying? You think these books write themselves? Fuck you, pay me. Like what I bring and what my team brings. You think payroll just happens? I got an alert from my payroll company. Like, yeah, you got to get ready to run that payroll this week.
This is not a barter system.
This ain't no barter system. Like, I'm sorry, homeboy. There's no stone tool technology you could give me like that could help me. I don't know what to tell you, LaShonda. You might just be in the group. You might want to come. I don't know, to a Facebook page or something. But listen, Janae rules. You ain't never lied. But I was like, what the hell is you talking about? Right, free equals bees. Buzz off. But like, he was just trying to hit me like, yeah, because, well, black people, we got to stick together. I said, well, let me tell you something, man.
We stick together, but I mean, we all got to eat. We all got bills.
I'm sticking to the 75 people that paid these 30 racks. That's who I'm sticking with. I'm not sticking with the people who ain't got nothing. And listen, I tell anybody, like, I don't mind a payment plan. I don't mind if you have some type of service, or something that like makes sense. Like if you have something of true value to add to make the lives of my staff and my clients better, then I'm all for it. But yeah, we got some financial tools. And
you should have took his behind to the early 2000s. These nuts. That's what I would have said.
Listen, so I said to him, I said, listen, I don't have the capacity at this point. See, I'm getting better. Y'all can tell my wife has been working on my spirit because I have not been cussing y'all motherfuckers out. Like, I've been real zen lately. We got the damn we got the praiseworthy candles popping off up in here. You know what I'm saying? And I want to let y'all know, like, Janae's been working on me. So I said to her, I said, listen, my capacity to serve at this point, you know, is only limited to my immediate family and my clients. You know, hell, my business sometimes takes a back seat.
Yeah.
So I don't have it in me to collaborate with you. But if you would like to sign up and be a client, if you're a good fit and you can, you know, complete onboarding and not, you know, think that you're above the cause, then yeah, we can have a conversation. Now, if it's a matter of credit, like I got Ismail can help you get your credred fixed. We got Drain Credit Man Reed. There's people out here who can help you. But like,
you said, tell them holla at me.
Right, get in line. The whole hell is free. Y'all mother fathers. Oh, look, I'm sorry. Let me just take a breath. But like, I'm going to tell you, man. Like, the one thing that I think a lot of people are missing out here is systems.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you got to invest. Every dime I made, like, and invested, because we only live off of maybe 15% of what actually comes in.
Yeah.
The rest of it goes right back out. Like, made an investment last month when we were on vacation. And it's not that it didn't work out well. It didn't work out as well as I wanted it to. So when we realized, Janae was like, yeah, okay, it's cool. You're going to write it off anyway. But this time, maybe you should take that money and then give it directly to this person because the entity itself isn't really getting the job done. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. But we're at a point where it's like, okay, investment is not the issue. It's what have we learned from this? What works? But yeah, like Rachel, like free. What's that? Speaking of which, like,
we don't know that word.
We don't know what that, but you had to run me some of them hair products. Like, you see all these locks? Rachel, no. Listen, just give me an invoice. I can cash app you. Give me some of them hair products. Make me a peach cobbler cake. Give my baby some dance lessons. But I swear, Rachel Jamaican. I don't even know Rachel is Jamaican.
That peach cobbler cake.
Was good.
Rachel made our daughter's 21st birthday cake, and man,
Lord Jesus, let me tell you something. I've known Rachel for a number of years now, and like, she never ceases to amaze me and whatnot, man. Like, she gets it in. Like, y'all be having excuses and shit, Rachel. Like, nah, dog, I ain't got time for that.
Got several sources of income.
Listen, let me tell you something. When I met Rachel, she was sitting in her cubicle, needle pointing. I was like, this got to be the baddest needle pointer I ever seen in my life. You know, because the hair was cut funky. She had some tight sores. She had these space boots. And she's sitting up there needle pointing and shit. And I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, what do you do? Listen, whatever it takes to make the money. Listen. And she was like, and I was like, because I was training with a guy named Jeff. And she was like, listen, she sent emails. We would send emails to each other. But I was still in training. And she was like, listen, I don't know about these new folks. But like, I bake cookies for everybody else. But the new folks, they ain't getting no cookies. I took that lesson. New folks, you new people talk about you want to collaborate. You ain't getting no cookies. No cookies. There it is. www.armorycollection.com. All right, y'all better hit that because she got all the products.
All the stuff.
So I want to talk to you a little bit.
Okay.
Just about, you know, what you've been doing and how you've hit a rhythm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and people,
I'll say that.
You know, people are always curious. Like, they know I'm insane, so this really, I ain't got shit for them.
Mm-hmm.
But you seem to find a way to, you know, mother our kids, tend to my crazy shit. You know, still push your stuff. You're dropping a course. You got, you know, you've got a group popping. You got the I Love My Curls box dropping. Like, how are you managing? Like, what are some of your management tools that I think people would really want to know?
Well, I think I've hit my rhythm because I've realized that I'm not Superwoman.
Yeah,
that was the first mistake, because sometimes when you think you're Superwoman, I think that you feel you got to do all things at all the time. And I realized that no, that's not it. You're just going to burn yourself out by doing that. So what I have found is you do what you can. You know, you prioritize the things that you want to do? What are the things you want to do? Define it, get a plan. You have to create systems. You tell me that all the time because when you wear several different hats, you're a mother, you're a wife, you're trying to be a business person, then you just got to deal with yourself. You need time for recreation, time to sort of debrief and push away from all these things that demand things and from you. You have to be right in your mind. So a lot of times I've learned to sort of put time aside to take care of me, because there are a lot of times where in this business journey for me, and as a newbie, there's a lot of times you give so much of yourself in planning meetings, figuring things out, that there are moments where you just are depleted of energy. Your mind, I always say, I got too many tabs open in my brain. That's how I feel.
That's a metaphor.
I mean, seriously.
Damn.
There are nights sometimes where I just can't go to sleep because I'm constantly thinking of what to do next. What do I need to do tomorrow? So I've kind of chilled out on that. So I really have learned to prioritize things by creating schedules, creating order in the house. The kids know we've gotten an office now where the kids know, hey, when we're up in here, we mean business. You cannot come in here. There has to be a space of comfort for us to do the things that we need to do. But you also have to be real. We got one in college that's gone back to her apartment. But
won't he do it? Sorry.
But yet we have a 5-year-old, and we have to be real. She's going to bust into the office. She's going to demand things of us because she's only 5. So now we're to a point where we may have to consider having someone come in on days that are just killer days for us. And one of the things that me and Dave talk about, because I have been totally against that.
Child, it's been a fight.
Right, because I feel like I'm Superwoman. Like, why am I going to have somebody come here and watch my child while I'm right here in the house? Like, I don't know why there's this difference. If I was working a 9 to 5, it wouldn't be a problem. But because I'm in a house, I feel like it's trifling. But the more and more I think about it, I'm like, I got stuff to do. Dave's got things to do. She's still getting the best care. We, if we're in the house, if we have to leave, wherever, sometimes you have to do that. You have to lean on people sometimes. So creating these systems to make life a little bit easier is something that I'm getting more comfortable doing. I don't have to do all things, and it does not make me a bad mother or him a bad dad. It just means that things progress. We have the higher you go, the more successful you get, the more demands that are on you. So that's basically what I've been doing, and it's been working. And if I have a day where I just cannot, get it together, some days I'll just say, look, I'm just going to do this one thing and I'm calling it a day. Sometimes you need mental rest days, and just totally do nothing. I don't care if it's me taking a nap. I don't care if it's me watching one of my favorite shows. I don't watch a lot of TV, but I do have certain shows that I really love to watch on whatever days they come in. Most of them come on the weekends. But just telling him if things are chaotic, because we sort of coordinate our schedules, we have to be honest with each other, because sometimes, there's certain days that are my work days, so he'll take over certain duties that I do, and vice versa. You're a lot more busy than I am, but there are a few days out the week where I am just, for whatever reason, I'm just mobbed out my mind.
I'll be like,
but his business life doesn't stop, and sometimes we have to be very flexible. So learning how to be flexible, learning that I do not have to be Superwoman, taking breaks, mental breaks, doing things for Janae, even if it's something as simple as getting in the car for a half hour and going to get me an iced coffee or something, like, it's just the littlest things, make a difference. I've gotten a little fluffy, since we've been in quarantine, because there ain't nothing to do but eat.
She ain't fluffy. She thick than a mother, damn it.
But so getting out and walking and exercising, these are things that really get my endorphins pumping, and it makes me feel better about me. And then when you see the results coming back, and you getting your sexy back a little bit, it makes me feel better, and it makes me feel more confident about things. And meditation works for me too. Meditation, it works for me because I got to get centered. And a lot of times I get up like really, really early. I am not a morning person, but I will get up very early, like 4 o'clock, Day will roll over like, you up? Yeah, I'm up. Because I have a 5-year-old, and I just want a moment for myself. And then sometimes there's those little tedious things that need to get done.
Right.
And I know once she's up, it's over. You know what I'm saying? It is over. And now that school's starting, we have a kindergartner now. Can y'all believe she got a full day schedule?
Like, who does that?
Right. So now it's not just about our work day. Now we have to fit her schedule on, and this is remote learning. So it's made life a little bit harder. So now we're trying to figure out how to, adjust to that. But you make it work. That's what flexibility is all about. So I think that's how I've got my rhythm. And, I don't feel so depleted all the time.
Child, that's that right there.
You know what, Carla?
Won't he do it? The Lord is my shepherd. He knows what I like.
Right.
Hallelujah. But listen, man, I just want to go back up here because I don't know if you actually saw what Alicia Monique said. Because,
Yeah. It's okay. And I don't know why I was so resistant to it.
Who are you?
I don't know.
I don't know this woman.
I believe that I'm not crazy anymore.
Sorry to this woman. She said, I don't need nobody coming up in here. I don't need no woman coming up in here cleaning. I know how to clean.
No, it wasn't about a woman coming up in here.
No, I know. I'm not saying it's a woman like.
But it was more about, I think, when I think as a woman, I'm very much a modern woman, but there are some things that I'm very traditional about.
Lord have mercy. Yes,
this
indeed.
is my mountain. What you mean?
Hey, you!
Ain't nobody gonna come in here and clean like me. Ain't nobody gonna take care of my kids like me. And that was the mindset.
Right.
But now I'm realizing, like, sis, wait, whoa. It's okay to need help. You cannot do it all the time. You know what I mean? And I think too, being a Black woman, like, I feel it's kind of weak and corny and whack. I think that was kind of, the thing, like, I should be able to handle all this. Like, if I go get somebody, that's saying that I can't handle it. And that's weak. Don't nobody want to look weak. But I've had to let that go. I have grown.
Yes.
I have dealt with my shit.
Yes.
And realize that it does not mean that you're weak. It does not mean that, like, life is out of control. That means that you're taking control. When you realize that you do need help. If this system is going to help you be more productive and get more things done and bring a little bit more order and less chaos into your life, why not?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So there you go.
Yeah. In other words, writing a check is also self-care.
Right. Yeah. Sometimes it is. Absolutely.
No, you got to do it. But
I agree.
The thing of it is, like, we were like, before this, right? Janae's getting Dev together, and like I was eating because I didn't really eat anything until like much earlier in the day, and I was watching her take care of the baby. Right? She ain't even a baby; she's kindergarten now.
I know, we keep calling her
because she's always the baby to us. And that's Anyway, I was yo, you are the fucking greatest mom ever. Like, just the greatest. Like, and it was just like, because she like incorporates lessons in everything that she's doing with Devlin. And I'm like, yo, it's like, hey, ma, bend over, make sure you do this. And she had the butters out. She had those black indigo natural butters out. Somehow the butters can continue to be unsecured in my office. They just continue. I know you got some butter in here. I'm like, so I gave her the butter, and she was like, you know,
resort to hiding them.
I had no choice. I had to secure the butters.
I gotta give my sister.
Listen,
because you be playing with them damn butters.
I'm not be playing with them. I buy my butters. You got money, you can buy your own butters. You take some of them. You better take some of that book money. Buy you some butters. Get some of that box money. Buy you some butters. I see the receipts when they come in. Buy you some butters.
You know what?
I got you on them butters, man.
Got them stayed.
Yeah, listen, I'm gonna get you your own butters. But the thing of it is, right? She was like, listen, while you're getting your legs, I'm gonna get your back for you to make it easier. But make sure you're using your hands. Like, every little thing that you don't think is a big deal, she turns into this monumental thing, and she makes these moments, with everybody. She makes moments with me. She makes moments with her oldest kid. She makes moments with our youngest kid, and that's just like the most amazing mothering quality for me to observe. And I was just like, yo, like, if I fuck up every single choice I've ever made, if every last book goes to shit, if every speech sucks, I married somebody great. Like, especially when it comes to just doing those types of things, right? Wait 1 second. I'm sure Kim Kardashian don't cut her own pancakes. Okay. Child, listen. See, there she go. There she goes. Secure them.
Okay, secure the butters. Let me tell you.
There's still a jar. There's still a jar she ain't got to. and that's the emergency jar. Keep that locked down.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look for it.
Oh no, I'm gonna pack it because I'm getting ready to hit the road.
Yeah.
But and that's the other thing. Like when the world opens up, she's gonna hit the road. I'm gonna hit the road. Something's gotta give. You know. I got something to tell you. I didn't tell you yet.
What?
My book dropped off from #1.
Oh, okay.
But that's okay. It picked up in business ethics. It's #1 in business ethics too.
Yeah.
So yeah, like we still #1 in this bitch. So if you haven't gotten Sell It Like Jesus yet, you can go to Amazon, or if you want to go to businessbullyshow.com, you can get your autographed copy there. But yeah, man, I'm thrilled and I'm excited about those things. I got some folks who had made some suggestions of what they wanted us to cover up. And Ashley was like, let's see. She said she wanted to talk about the whole Joe Budden leaving Spotify thing.
Oh, okay. And then we had Carla. There was a Carla. Help me out. What was her name? The woman that they found. I think she was a Latina.
Oh yeah, the transracial.
She had been living her life as a black woman, and she got her spot blown the fuck out.
Yeah, she was a Jewish woman living as an Afro-Latina.
Oh, she was Jewish.
She was Jewish. She was tanning herself. She dyed her hair.
Okay,
and she's yeah. Let me see if I can pull that article up.
Girl.
Yeah, I'm gonna find that lady. Yeah. Where is she? What's that new? We just gonna go to. I know it's in here because yeah, here we go. Boom.
Sure. And she was a professor.
White professor. Just I want y'all to see this ignorant bullshit we about to put up here. Because see when
Rachel Dolezal 2.0.
Sean King 3.0, but listen, show me his daddy. Listen, when it comes to Sean King, I'm a birther.
You don't know who he's adopted, correct?
No, he's not adopted. Allegedly, his mama had an issue or something happened. There's so many different versions of that story going on. But yeah, I want y'all to see this. So this broad right here, this is a Jewish woman.
A broad.
Yeah, she's a broad. What she did to black women is fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
So white professor, writer, and activist Jessica Krug pretended to be Afro-Latina for years.
Says Professor Jessica A. Krug is giving everyone flashbacks to the Rachel Dolezal transracial controversy, confessing that she spent her entire career pretending to be Afro-Latina in a post titled "The Truth and the Anti-Black Violence of My Lies." Krug, a white Jewish woman, taught African American history, among other courses, since 2012 at George Washington University. On her page's university website, her areas of expertise include. Go ahead, Janae. Just what does that say?
Wait, Africa, Latin America, African American history, early modern world, imperialism, and colonialism.
Huh?
Right.
Huh? Houseway.
What is going on here?
What the hell is going on? Like I'm so confused. But
because your race is not your own.
Black folks, wait, let me explain before you start to raise that cane. Man, we about to have a fit. Oh, it's about to be some shit. Yo, because she had to get her skin done. She had to get her hair done.
Oh my gosh, like what is going on? I can't deal. Y'all remember Roots?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, no, because I don't know why every time I think of these types of stories, this scene in Roots. Do you guys remember the scene in Roots where Miss Kizzy and what's her name? Missy Ann. Remember Missy Ann says to Kizzy, remember Kizzy was Missy Ann's little slave, I guess, friend.
Yeah.
And they grew up together, she was her little playmate. But remember, as they got older, she said to Kizzy, don't you want to be my slave? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't you just love it? Don't you want to just be like me?
All right.
But the point that I'm making with that is, I just feel like when it comes to these types of situations,
right, and
when Black women, when it comes to friendships, with women who are not Black, I think that's a point of contention because a lot of these women don't want to let go of their power because they know their power and they're definitely not going to be number two. You understand? So it's this unspoken thing. And for us as Black women, I think we know that. Because think about like when we have a lot of these issues that affect us. They only want to come to us when they feel there's something in it for them, or they just know they can do it because they know that they have the control, you know. And so when I think for them to have this gall to claim that they're a Black woman, there's no respect in that choice. There's no respect in our experiences and the injustices and the things that we go through. And it's just like, oh, okay, I just could take y'all fucking identity and that's just it. And that shit really burns my ass. And I believe that they are white first, and then they are women, you know, their gender comes second.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? When it comes to these types of situations, I mean, and I'm just tired of it. I'm sick of it. And I just feel that no one takes it very seriously. Like when it happens, like people get mad, but I feel like even though this is like apples and oranges, but you know, when we talk about Black women and wearing like weaves that look more like a texture of a white person or a European person, we get more flack for taking on, you know what I mean? Like
things that we have
their
to do for
aesthetics
survival.
than they do. Yeah, you know, so when it's our big broad noses or our various different shades of colors and shades or whatever, you know, it's problematic. It's ugly, right? But when they go do it,
it's exotic. It's
exotic.
Beautiful.
It's beautiful. It's accepted. You know, you got them going there getting butt shots, lip shots, you know, melanin shots. You know, it's a whole mess. It's very weird.
Yeah, Tobias said not surprised because Black folks stay giving Sean King, aka WEB, the beige.
Yeah, no one questions him.
Now, I want to tell y'all something. Legally, there's nothing wrong with feeling how you feel on the inside. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to take this moment to come out as trans. Wait. I'm taking this moment. Let me take my moment. I want to take my moment to come out as trans. On the inside, I feel like a 185-pound ripped 6-pack muscular man. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I am trans slender. What? You listen. Say I can't be. Listen, if she want to go ahead and do that, that's cool. But here's what I want to have happen. I want her to get behind the wheel, right? And I want her to go to like a sundown town, you know, somewhere, I don't know, between Waco and El Paso, Texas, you know, in the middle of the night and get pulled over and then, you know, have on her driver's license Afro-Latina or Black and then see how quickly she Becky's up.
Wait, but I got a feeling that she ain't let go of that old driver's license when she looked like the old white girl. I know she don't. Because if that happened, I know she pulling out that wait, no. I looked this man outside, but oh no. I see my driver's license. I'm white as a motherfucker. Like, nah.
I'm white.
I'm white.
White power.
Right. You know, and like it's all fun and games until you really gotta be treated like you a Black person.
Well, Tobias said I identify as a white woman. Now give me some of that affirmative action. Bloop!
And they benefit for it more than we do.
Yeah, because they're the number one minority in this country. White women. So like you just decided to come out of your privilege. It's almost like when the Beckys would come to Temple and try to hang out, you know, at the Black frat parties and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Because they were slumping.
They wanted that Black D.
They wanted that D. They wanted to have their little, you know, they wanted to have their Mandingo experience. Like, I guess she just wanted to have her.
It's just a whole mess.
Yep. Texas, Jasper, Texas, Orange, Texas. Yeah, all them. Yep. Exactly.
There you go.
Right outside of Houston. Yep. That's what that is. Like, yeah, you love everything about it and whatnot. I bet you the only thing that she know in Spanish is Macarena.
Ooh. Okay.
But I'm saying the thing of it is, and I'm gonna tell y'all, Black people, it's y'all fault because y'all continue to allow this shit. Let me get that Michael Jackson level skin bleach, right? Or get that Eddie Murphy white like me makeup, go down, and then I try to, and I could literally teach Hebrew studies. I could. I'm a theologian. I could teach Hebrew studies. Should I though? I got a nice braid of hair. I could grow my hair out and make the ringlets too and be Hasidic. But should I though? No, because it's disrespectful to a people and a culture that is rich and historically, downtrodden. So for you to do that, and this is what people are trying to say when it comes to the Jewish people, and this isn't dragging all Jews. I'm saying that sometimes when Jewish people like to talk about how they help Black people, they don't like to talk about the fact that there are certain sections of that community that have hindered Black people, not only through their personal actions, but through policies that they've enacted, through industries that they control wholeheartedly, and how they choose to highlight people who look like me and my wife for their own selfish gain.
Yeah, because it's like I said, it goes back to the point. Like I said, when our issues are never important, or we're never involved until it's something in it for them.
Yes,
and when I say them, I mean the others, people who are not Black.
Right. You would not see Black Lives Matter on an NBA floor if there wasn't a check involved.
Ooh, say that again, Melody. They want our rhythm, but not our blues.
No.
It's the truth.
Yep. You can't do that nowhere else. I did an interview last night, and I was like, yeah, you can't buy an inch of land in Chinatown. It ain't gonna happen. You go beat up a Chinese kid. You beat up a Chinese American kid in Chinatown. See if you make it out of Chinatown.
No, you're gonna get them hands
all day, every day.
Oh, you will be handled.
I mean, we give them our hands too. We give them our hands and we hold them. We rub their hair. We pray for them. We hand them Bibles. We give them pillows. We diddle them. We diddle them in the taint. Oh yeah, they got a little taint diddle. Ooh. Hashtag taint diddle. So I ain't touching that. I don't even know. I don't know. Is she? I don't know. Listen, God bless her. She's a beast. That much I do know. But I'm gonna tell you this. If this woman is able to work anywhere else, and if a sister sees this woman on the street and it's not on site, I don't want to hear nothing about protecting Black women, because Black women need to protect themselves against this scourge. That's y'all fight. I can't go whooping her ass. And I'm not saying that you should. I'm just saying that if it was me, where I come from, you touch me.
If you gotta say ifing, not if
you
ifing situation.
You're absolutely right. If you decide to take money out of my mouth, okay, bread off my table, you gonna catch these hands.
Bye-bye.
That's it.
Got two of them.
These hands make fists and they'll dot your eye. I'm trying to tell you. Hashtag taint diddle. Y'all want to taint diddle them?
Dot your eye.
I will dot your eyes. Have a second of the night.
I cannot.
Right, Carl, like I'm setting it on her all day, every day. Like, what y'all think this is? We've allowed people to get comfortable with fucking with us, because our response is prayer, or my personal favorite, let's wait till all the facts come out. What fact is going to keep you from acknowledging the fact that you dressed up as an Afro-Latina? So you took our main culture and a subculture of ours and just said, oh, fuck it to be damned.
I claim it.
Listen, reach out and touch.
Busting her grill pieces out, period.
Somebody's grill. Make their teeth fucked up, if you will.
Like the kids say, on sight.
On sight.
We pull it up.
Hey, what's up, LaShonda? Listen, we working on a sheet of power right now. I'm trying to catch up with her. Yo, Janae has not stopped. I never see no grind like this. I'm like, yo, like, slow down. Thank you. You talking about her shirt though, right? I know you talking about her. So I'm gonna give a fuck about my shirt. That's all right though. But like, this is
like t-shirt shirt wars.
It really is t-shirt. I feel like every week there should be a t-shirt war. You gonna win because you fine. Black folks stay inviting Michael Rappaport to the cookout, but
who cursed him out?
John Boyega put his foot all the way in that narrow white man's ass.
I'm so happy somebody checked him.
I have been, and I've had my own personal beefs with Michael Rappaport. They're well documented.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I mean, fuck Michael Rappaport. You know, my whole thing is like, y'all, again,
he's too comfortable. And what's the other one? Gary something. He's married to a Black woman too. He's a comedian. You know who I'm talking about.
Oh, Gary Owen. Fuck Gary Owen.
He's another one that
making his wife say nigga.
A little bit too comfortable for my taste.
You know, he had a bar with a couple of Black guys, and they're talking about a ball game, and he was like, "Yeah, that nigga hit that shot." Like, and he tweeted, "Yeah, you know, it would have been cool that he hit that shot." Like, if I'd have said that, like, and I'm sick of white people. No, I'm sick of Black people falling for when white people say they don't understand that that's inappropriate. They know what's inappropriate because they created the inappropriate nature in the first fucking place. let me calm down because I'm about to go off. Let's
Did we
read some
miss some?
comments. I think
Did we miss some?
some.
Had to go back up a little bit.
Yep. Okay, so that's where we stopped. I like her shirt. Rock that, queen.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, indeed. Yes, it is. It's a great shirt. What's the difference between? I'm just asking. What's the difference between white and Asian companies making black products? There is no difference. But then again, I still blame black people for that because you got to remember, I came up in the hair industry because my mom was in the hair industry for years, way before I was thought of. And the truth of the matter is, there's so many black people who own beauty supply stores because we couldn't get our products in Rite Aid and CVS. None of that shit existed. So you had to go to the hood or to black populated areas to get black products. And what happened was the Koreans and the Chinese and the Taiwanese showed up and they said, okay, well, you're a minority. We got to all stick together. Unity, have a rainbow coalition. In case y'all didn't know where that rainbow came from. Jesse Jackson, all that dumb shit. So what winds up happening is they get the means, they understand the blueprint, they go run it, they get their own systems and whatnot. And then when it's time to order, they've already bought out all the little small companies. And now you can get the catalog, but the catalog's in Japanese, the catalog's in Chinese, the catalog's in Taiwanese, and you can't read it. So guess what? Black people got fucked out of their own industry that they need to survive. Yeah. A $25 billion annual industry.
And then they buy up all the real estate. Mm-hmm. And then and I'm not even gonna lie. I mean, call it conspiracy theory, but I really think that was the whole deal with this whole gentrification thing that a lot of the hoods are mm-hmm. dealing with right now.
Right.
Like, I honestly feel like a lot of it started with us allowing these Asians to come in here mm-hmm. and just take over the way. Like, we get bopped in the head, we get
right,
like all types of stuff. They don't want anything to do with us, but yet, they don't want to share the wealth. Meaning, right. Like, if a sister opened up a nail salon, it's a problem,
right? Or God forbid that a sister who opens up a nail salon has an employee who's also a sister, and she cuts a cuticle back a little bit too far. Oh, it's 35,000 Yelp reviews. It's picket signs. It's pitchforks and torches and shit. Like, this is the fucked up shit that we do. And then here's if a black woman, because keep in mind, I don't shop in beauty supply stores. I mean, maybe for like I'll get like a shaver or a trimmer or some shit like that, but who's going in there? Who's going to buy the weaves? Who's going to buy the wigs? Who's going to do all that shit? So if a black woman gets stomped out by a Chinese man saying, I thought she was trying to steal from my store, and y'all go back the next day because they tell you...
we got to go back to this accent.
What accent?
You don't even realize that you...
What? Because he said, no, I'm doing what I saw the video. And in the video, I do impressions. I do the video. And the guy said, I thought she was trying to steal from my store. That's what he said. That's the exact. Somebody find the. See, she think I'm not being funny right now. You act like I did Black Kung Fu Theater. Like, this bitch stole from my store. I had to kick her ass. See, I didn't do that. So, like, I was literally just saying what he said. I thought she was trying to steal from my store. But there's a line of black women the very next day where one of you got your ass kicked, and then that same one who got her ass kicked got arrested, but y'all online the next day because it's 50% off weaves.
Yeah, to get them bundles.
Them bundles is more important than your blackness.
Yep.
That is why. Yep. That is why nobody takes our protest seriously. Because all they got to do is give you a butter biscuit. All they got to do is give you a trinket. All they got to do is wave.
50% off weave stuff.
Apparently, that's it. Gel and weave.
Sad.
Gel and weave. And they go right back.
They do.
They're gonna wait you out.
And it makes you so mad because I frequent a lot of these hair groups and these natural hair groups, and one of the biggest complaints that they talk about is the disrespect going up in hair salons, or these beauty supply stores. And I'm always like, well, at what point are you going to continue to allow someone to not only devalue you as a consumer, but your dollar? Like, where they do that at? Like, it comes a point, I work too hard, I sacrifice too hard. You're not going to disrespect me. So I'm going to go and find someone and patronize a business or a stylist or a beauty supply store or supplier that's going to treat me with the respect that I deserve and is going to respect my dollar. It wasn't that long ago we talked about that sister who She had an appointment. She goes into the nail salon. White couple comes in, no appointment.
Nope.
You know, and they leave her to greet and to deal with this white woman.
Right.
And they proceeded to totally give this white woman a full service and ignore the black woman who had an appointment, who they had already started her service.
Right, she was there on time.
So she, instead of making a ruckus, she decided just to get up and walk out. You know, but it's those types of things, those types of disrespect that we have to stop. And my biggest thing was, you know, you can go to whoever you want to go to, but why is, you know, the black businesses always gotta be second place? Like they show us what they think. It's all about taking your money, but they don't value you or your dollar.
Right.
You know, and we act as if there's not issues, you know, with people who are black when they run businesses, customer service issues. But it's like you said, it takes one little thing, and that's one of the things. Right, as a business person, and as you expand, that's one of the things that's always, you know, in the back of my mind. You got one chance as a black person, because if one thing is off or janky, you know, there it goes. You know, it's a different level of you know, opportunity there for us to make it right.
Yeah, Tyrone says, I'm sorry, Tommy says Tyrone Muhammad protested this very thing, and these women return to these beauty supply stores and whip their ass. Yeah. Carl says, our black products are made with us in mind, respecting us, our products, care for us. Right. You know, and then the disrespect, it's
so much. Yep.
Yep,
there you go.
Absolutely. And the thing of it is, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Y'all the same people who go up in these white-owned businesses like a Target or a Walmart, and they have 27 checkout lines, and they're making you bag your own groceries, bag your own Power Wheels, bag your own Monster Energy drinks.
Or in some communities, you have to get somebody to unlock the damn key for you to get the stuff that you need.
Right.
How freaking disrespectful is that?
Yeah, I don't do that. Like if I gotta chase you down for that, you make it hard for me to give you my money. I'll order that shit off of Amazon. I don't really fucking need you right now. And I mean that shit. Like I feel like that's such disrespect. And like I was on the Breakfast Club and I said, you know, I have a problem with the fact that you can come in my community and you can open up a Chinese food restaurant, but I got to give you my money through bulletproof glass. And people like, oh, well, in the comments, you know, you comment thugs. Oh, well, Dave Anderson is saying that as if he don't know, as if he not from the hood and he don't know that there's crime there. Well, bitch, if it's crime there, why the fuck they open it up?
Right. But it's still disrespectful because everyone in that community is not involved in crime. And then we also know, let's not drink the Kool-Aid and believe the hype. Public Enemy, you know, and believe that all black people just wilding in the hood. Yeah, you know, shit happens. We know that, but it's not a big of an epidemic as we try to make it. Is it problematic? Absolutely. But why are you opening up businesses in a place obviously that you're afraid of? That don't even make sense.
No, it don't make no
sense.
Don't
even make sense
because they're not afraid. Because they ain't afraid to make that money. Because you have any idea how many millions of dollars Chinese food, how many millions of dollars those corner stores make every single year? And they take that money and they go off someplace else. AJ said, hey, hello, new to your channel, ordered the book. Thank you so much for ordering the book.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. Ashley says,
and even the mindset of supporting black-owned businesses, why can't we just buy from them like we do others? It's like we consider it charity instead of seeing it as standard.
That's my whole point. Like, you know, Foliage had a sale, you know what I'm saying? And we took advantage of that. You know, Janae like lip gloss and lip balm and liquid lipstick. You like that stuff. You know what I'm saying? One time for Janae's eyeshadow. You see that shit?
Well, I can't see it, it's so mad.
It's super dope. Like it's super dope. Just trust me. But anyway, and anyhow, I was like, you know, if we're gonna spend that money, you give it to Kylie Jenner, you give it to Mac. Like,
they want to talk about how high, you know,
how high the price is, and I'm like,
we're not patronizing them. I mean, you got to pay for the overhead and all these other things. So sick of hearing this is why I don't support black business. Straight bullshit. Right.
Well, how about you support my left nut and my right nut in your mouth? You know what I'm saying? Since you don't support black businesses, like that's the shit that pisses me off. I'm with you on that, Adrian.
Yeah.
Ashley says, I went to school in a predominantly white setting. They got their own problems. Trust. Oh, all day, every day. Oh, they are. Oh, child. Look. Yep. I've had more bad experiences at white-owned establishments than I've ever had at black-owned establishments. You know, Tobias says,
black folks will get mad at mom and pop restaurants for running out of a dish, but stayed going to McDonald's despite the ice cream machine being broken for longer periods of time than Ashford and Simpson's marriage. Boy, you ain't never lied. We was just
talking about that the other day. Like the ice cream machine ain't never, like you got one job.
we was Snacky Jenkins one evening and we said let's roll down and we feel like going to the ice cream parlor is a little bit out the way. So we said let's go down here to the McDonald's and get us a little McFlurry or something.
Yeah, just a little something. You know what I'm saying? Because Dairy Queen too. Nope. Nope.
Wrong.
Apparently, the early bird, Birdie the early bird, and Mel McCheese done ran off with the shake machine. Mm-hmm. So that shit don't work. 76.
Ice cream machine hasn't worked since 1992. You ain't never lied.
Listen, I am so tired of having a hunt for ice cream. That's why I like, and they're not a sponsor, but I like GoPuff. Because you can just go on your phone dope. And just if you want ice cream, get all your snackage and shit. Mm-hmm. They even got them frozen White Castle burgers. I fucking love them. Somebody need to give me a GoPuff endorsement. Couple of other things that I really want to touch on real quick.
Oh yeah.
That I feel are super important. Somebody was asking about. Let me see. Says Dave, I just read an article about Spotify and Joe Budden.
Oh yeah.
Would love to get a better perspective on what's going on. He's leaving the platform. Where does the podcaster go when he doesn't own the platform? So let me explain something. And I'm not going to get into the whole how Dave Anderson invented podcasting thing because that's not the fucking point. The point is now people realize that you don't need the machine. But again, this white adjacency thing, this magical myth of the spook who sat by the door. If I can just get in, yeah, you got it. That's all good. Listen, y'all already know I can do the show. Says it gets a bluebell. All right, Tommy. If I could just get in, I could see how the white folks are doing it. But at the time that Joe Budden got with Spotify, they didn't have a clue as to what they were doing. They gave Amy Schumer a show, and that shit just flopped. So the whole thought process behind let's go get in is jacked up because you're the one who had the audience. And the only thing you need is to be able to carry the show on different places. You don't need to sign a deal and split revenue with them. Not to mention, you can find other people who know how to sell. The first thing that I would do if I'm a podcaster is I would get with some of these younger or older radio sales reps and give them a 20 to 35% commission on whatever they're able to sell, while they're selling radio or they're having a downtime. Make sure that your graphics and stuff are profitable. The problem with what Charlemagne was saying was Charlemagne has ownership in other things and he has partnership deals in place, but he does not own the Breakfast Club. And when Joe Budden was like, I own my situation. However, it's a bad partnership. And sometimes in business, you have bad partnerships. So where does a podcaster go? A podcaster needs to go and take their talents elsewhere. The problem with us is we're not taught to be anything but talent. We're not taught to build the machine. Yeah. So then when my crazy ass is out here like, yo, I built a machine, you're like, man, fuck out of here. Nobody looking at that shit. I don't know nothing about that shit. Well, it's popping in West Africa and there's 63 million homes right here in the US of A. But continue to tell me how my shit ain't shit. But guess what? I don't have any problems. That's why I can say a Jewish woman is out of pocket, and people who sit up there and fuck with us and put our images out in Hollywood fuck with us and still get a BET special is because I own my shit. Who gonna cancel me? The only person who can cancel me on this earth other than God himself is her. And the only way she can cancel me is in divorce court. And that ain't happening. So that's the thing. Like, you have to start believing in ownership. On top of that, there was a guy named Combat Jack, rest his soul. And Combat Jack had his own network, right? And he was about the independence of these artists as, podcasters and things of that nature. And what happens is that people just get caught up in the big money shit and they don't look at the fine print. The reason that 18 of my 19 books have gone number one is because I did all the legwork. I did all the marketing. I made sure I hired the right people to do graphic design. I made sure I found really good editors, and I learned and I grew and I reinvested. When you're only invested in being the talent and showing up, you can be replaced.
Yeah.
Like Darren from Bewitched. He just show up just a completely different dick. Darren from Bewitched. Remember, it was Dick Sargent, it was Dick York. Mm-hmm. So you go in one day, you have one dick, and the next thing you know, that dick is going out. It's a brand new dick in your spot. That's what it is. Stop letting new dicks get in your spot. Wait.
Right. My mind went there. She's like, oh.
Pause. Pause. You know, do what you want. But I'm just telling you, that's the thing with Joe Budden. And I think sometimes Joe Budden gets very, very frustrated and he leads with his mouth.
Yeah.
And I'm not mad at that. I'm more upset at the fact that I think somebody who, even though I don't like a lot of the things that he does, I respect his talent. And I think that somebody
he's always been disrespected.
Right. And I think he's always been disrespected. And I think it started, you know, when he got that record deal and Russell wanted him to do one thing and he wanted to do something else. And the truth of the matter is, whether you agree with it or not, I personally feel like Russell was right, because you have to guide a 20-year-old. And name me another Joe Budden song other than Pump It Up. I'm sorry, I can't hear y'all. I'm
so upset because there's a noise going on in here that sounds like a cricket. Did you hear it? Honestly, like, anywho.
Yeah. So, like, that's the whole point. Like, John Cena sold more rap records than Joe Budden. So there's something to be said for guidance, but there's also something to be said for, if you don't like what the bosses and the other people are doing to you, then you get your money up. And your real power, black people, is your ability to walk away from the table.
Yeah.
I will fire a fucking client in a heartbeat. I will walk away from a deal and not give a fuck about it. They're like, whatever happened to such and such, fired.
Well, I think sometimes the biggest mistake is, because I'm reading between the lines with this whole situation.
Mm-hmm.
I think signing on, you know, he probably was like, okay,
mm-hmm.
I'm going to take this, but as time goes on, and they probably were telling him, well, if you can prove to us that you can hit this amount of followers and you can get this many endorsements,
mm-hmm.
blah, 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 then we'll up the ante for you.
Yep.
See, but where people go wrong is, if you ain't giving me all of mine from jump, then look, this was the fuck you pay me right now. Like, I think people get caught up in these promises. If you reach this pinnacle, then this will happen. And blah, blah. No, get yours right up for, especially with us.
Right up front. Money on the wood, make the game go good.
Because they know they can sell the blackness, they can sell the the cool and the pop culture. They can sell the hip hop culture and the lifestyle of it all and make that money, but they don't want to give us the just due though.
Mm-mm.
And that's where sometimes we get kind of messed up in business.
Right, they don't move the goalposts. Janae will vouch for it because she was there. Right when I got with what you now know as iHeart, I came in first director of social media, black or white. Right, they had urban or social networking managers, but they never had a director of social media before because they didn't have anybody with my pedigree. So I get up in there and they're like, "Yo, if you can do these numbers, then we'll double your salary in a year."
See, there you go.
Right. So I'm like, "All right, bet. Well, it's time to make." I called Janae, like, "Look, all right, now it's time. We pulling the trigger. Tell your job 2 weeks. Boom, we out. Because at this particular time, they're going to do this." She was like, "Who told you?" I said, "The GM told me." She was like, "All right, bet." So we start making moves to adjust our lives, get down here, rip Dory up the whole nine. And then, 366 and a quarter days later, I go stroll to the GM's office. And I'm like, "Hey, what's going on?" He was like, "What's up?" I said, "Well, you said if I hit these numbers right here, that you were going to double my salary. Yeah, okay, well, I'm going to get back to you on that." I'm like, "But
yeah,
they keep moving the goalposts."
It's the carrot in front of the horse. That's what that was.
Mm-hmm.
Just to get you, to get those numbers from. What did Carla say? 2 benchmarks came and they didn't honor what the contract said, and he wouldn't use Rolexes instead of ad revenue.
He was right.
Yeah,
absolutely, because that's what they'll do. They'll Cadillac records you. Yep. And that's the whole thing. Like, when you go and do that, and another thing, when you get into any of these deals, and there's nothing wrong with getting into a deal if that's what you want to do, make sure that you have the right to audit them. Make sure that you have the ability to audit them and get clear on what the parameters are, so that there's nothing vague in the deal.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's I think that's a big problem, because if that's me, I'm litigious. I don't mind going to court. I don't care if you're a huge corporation. I will take your ass to court because I want what's mine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In that particular situation for me, I was just so over it, and I was stressed because I would get there at 4:00 in the morning and I would leave at like 4:30 to go pick her up from her job downtown. And they had an issue with me leaving a half hour early, but didn't have an issue with me coming there 5 hours ahead of time. They didn't say, "Oh, you know what? Don't do that." Working my ass off, beating every other person in the company, with numbers, creating shit, and they was just like, "Yeah, no, you can't get up and leave."
Yeah.
So I was like, "Listen, You got to put yourself in a position to protect yourself. And then so when it came down to it, I was like, look, they're going to fire me. I'm going to make sure they fire me. You know, I'm not going to do this no more. We're not going to go all through this. And it was hard. Like Janae will tell you, there were days where we had to, you know, figure shit out. You know, we had to make $20 work for 2 weeks worth of groceries. Remember that shit?
Sure.
Shit. Eating sunflower seeds, all this other kind of shit we had to do. Look, fried sunflower seeds. I remember that was so sad. But yeah, I think Joe Budden will be just fine. And I think wherever he goes next, he's going to be able to call his shots. But I think it's fucked up what they always do. Because here's the hustle. They'll put a black person in, let the black person drive all the numbers, and then they'll give all of the benefits to a white person. Sort of like when your pastor takes your $33 million in tithings every week and puts it into a white into a white bank, and then that white bank gives low interest loans to white people, and black people get variable interest rate loans with your fucking money. But see, what do I know? Well, I don't know now. I'm just some guy talking about business. I don't actually do it. I'm just fucking.
Ooh, I'm triggered.
So
thinking about those things.
Oh yeah, that was a bad time. I love you because you stuck with me for that shit. God knows you an Apollo legend for that. But yeah, that's the thing, man. Like, I wish him well. I hope that he gets everything that he truly deserves, because he built that Spotify platform. And you know, he said, I went to Jay-Z, like, yo, Jay-Z, can you show me the stand? The third Jay-Z was like, yeah, nah. You know, simply because he's trying to keep certain things that are proprietary. Jay's got a process. And that's the whole thing. You give Joe Rogan all the money, but you're supposed to give Joe Rogan all the money. You want to know why? Because he's one of them. That's what y'all don't catch. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a person that doesn't believe in anything other than doing what you're supposed to do. And I think black people need to be a little bit more self-serving when it comes to other black people. Carlos said that's precisely what they did. Hired a whole bunch of white companies instead, and they bought in 9 figures. If you're number one and they can't tell you who number 2 is, and the gap between number 1 and number 2, that's deceptive.
Yeah.
That's damn near fraud. You know, and for me, it's a situation where if he wanted to, he could really crack open the books and he could take that thing all the way up. Whether he wins or he loses, it would be unprecedented to find out, you know, what happens.
Situation.
You know, and that's what it is. And also, I'm gonna tell you something else. There was a company that will remain nameless that wanted to buy the Business Bully podcast, right? And we were talking, and then all of a sudden, the white folks got involved. And when the white folks got involved, it was like, yeah, we really don't know what to do with a show like this. And I was like, what you talking about, white man? I went straight Arnold Jackson. What you talking about, white man? I was confused. Like, what do you mean you don't know what to do with a show like this? Like, you see my numbers?
Like this.
Like this. What he was saying was he didn't know what to do with a show that was actually going to teach people some shit. Help people, like, make some money, get off the plantation. Like, the last thing they want to do is give you the keys to your freedom. And I was going to set a whole lot of black folks free. You know, so that's why you got to be real careful when it comes to these deals. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck you. Do you have to put so much money on the table right now? Like, if I told you some of the places that have asked me to come back to radio, you'd be like, you didn't go? And I say no. Because you're trying to suck me back into that situation and then make me say, like, he did all that rah-rah, but look, he right back to it. No.
Nope.
Only thing you can do for me is elevate my platform, but I get to call my shots. I get to pick my people. I get to do whatever the fuck I want to. And if it doesn't feel good to my soul, I'm out. You will not Dave Chappelle me.
I'll never see you going back because you
I'm never going back.
Yeah,
what the fuck what?
Nope.
No, because the second somebody says something to me stupid or tells me to dance a certain way, you already know. Like, no, I went to Janae one time when I was feeling low. She hates the story, but it's the truth. I went to Janae. I was feeling low. I was feeling very frustrated, and I was like, "Look, man, fuck this shit." Yeah, I tried. This shit just ain't working out as well as I thought it was. We doing okay, but I think I'm gonna just get a job. She was like, "No, the fuck you aren't."
Yep.
She was like, "No, you're not." I said, "What you mean?" She was like, "You're gonna figure it the fuck. You gonna sit down. You're gonna figure it the fuck out. Because every time you go to a job, one of 3 things happens. One, you get there and it's all right for a minute, but you know, then some dumb shit start happening. Somebody say something to you, and you're ready to whop their head open. Two, you get there and they see how talented you are. They promise you the world, and then they try to get everything out of you, and then they don't get it. They fire you. Or three, somebody's afraid that you won't come take their job. You take their job, and then somebody trumps up some shit, and you wind up fired or frustrated or fighting, or all three. So how about we just skip all that shit? You sit down here and you figure it the fuck out. And that's why I'm here in my office. So, you know, that's how that goes, man. I really want to just take this moment to tell y'all how proud I am of Janae, because Janae has just been killing this shit out here. Like, really been killing this shit. You know, you got ILoveMyCurlsBox.com coming out. You got the Hair Esteem group coming out. Like, you're going to help so many kids and so many parents connect with their kids about their hair. Like, I'm so happy. So if you guys have not, y'all want to get all of the details, I'm gonna need y'all to go to I Love My Curls Box. I'm on dyslexia. .com.
Oh boy.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, go ahead and get that box. You know, we're taking pre-orders right now. We got a lot of good things in it.
Get that box.
Right. We got a lot of natural hair products coming for Carla. You all saw Carla in there.
Yeah, Black Indigo Naturals.
Some of those diamonds, right?
Yes.
Black Indigo Naturals. We got her hair tea in there. We got her butter in there. We've got bamboo comb and brush sets. Yep. We got some of my merch for my I Love My Curls book with the t-shirt and the book. So a lot of nice things, not just for the kiddies. If you do know someone who has, you know, a young, you know, child, girl or boy, or even for yourself, there's a lot of great scents and things that Carla has been whipping in the kitchen. Ooh, she's been working. Okay, to make some very nice fall scents for you all. You know, that you can you know, take love. And for some of you people who are minimalist and you don't like it, there's a 365. Yeah, it's the all year round. All scent. Year round, yep.
But it's just scent, it's so important, because I don't think we promote real self-esteem enough. And when your hair becomes something that they try to fire you on, you know, it's a problem. All the things you need to love your hair the way it deserves. Hallelujah. I love my curlsbox.com. It's so important to just get those messages out. And, you know, like, God forbid, you know, in some alternate universe, I wound up being a single dad and I'd have to, you know, deal with these girls by myself. Something like this goes a long way. And just being able to broach the conversation and get, you know, actionable information from Black women about what to do with your Black daughters is extremely important. And this can be a bonding moment, not just for moms and daughters, but for fathers and daughters, you know, and I think that education and those conversations need to happen, because we celebrate absolutely everything and everyone but Black girls, not in the way that we should. You know, Black Girls Rock is great. Shout out to Beverly Bond. But generally speaking, Black women are taught from a very early age that there's something wrong with their hair. I have yet to meet one Black girl in my entire almost 43 years of life who doesn't have a burn right here.
Wait, I always got them burns behind our
hot comb burns. I ain't seen one yet. If you are a person that has never, if you're a woman or Black woman who's never had a hot comb burn,
mine is up.
Oh yeah, you do got one right there. Yeah, like a hot comb burn is a real thing. Like, burnt up. You know, that's the thing, right? She calls this Choose Fall Vibes
or Halo,
aka Hair 365, real rap. So, you know, we guys, you know, we appreciate you guys letting us have that break last week. You know, Janae had a really, really close aunt to her.
I did, yeah. Shout out to my Aunt Diane, man. She was the GOAT. You know, unfortunately, we lost her a little bit too soon. But she's free now. But had to go pay my respects. You know, she played a very, very
integral role.
Integral part in my life. She was always there for me for whatever I needed.
Listen, Aunt Diane didn't give a rat's ass.
She did not, man.
Boy, listen. She told. I only saw Aunt Diane like once or twice, but she told me a story. She's sitting there.
Oh, she was a mess.
And she popped up on my live. I guess she was just pressing buttons, and she was like, I'm like, hello, and she
loved you, man.
Well, I loved her so much.
Both very outspoken. And,
yes, indeed. So
say it how you mean it.
Yeah, man. She was such a very real person, and I love real people. And we appreciate you letting us have that break, and we're happy. We'll be back, next week. You know what I'm saying? I'll be back from traipsing around the country. Tired. But we're gonna do what Shanita says. Facts. Loving my hair has been a lifelong process. So I love what y'all doing. Don't nobody want to hear from you, Shanita. I want to hear from you. Oh, yeah. I'm so sick of you glamorous women. My life was just so hard. It was so hard having beautiful skin and cheekbones and chestnut brown eyes, because I'm Janae and I'm beautiful, and I'm Shanita and I'm beautiful, and I'm so dope. I model and take my own pictures. Oh my God, life is so hard. Just don't understand this beautiful chin I have, and you don't stop. Sit down somewhere and listen. But no, I don't care. Listen, I've been this fine my whole life, and I go through it too. Listen. This hair just didn't wake up pretty. I'm just telling you. All right, y'all. So we're out of here. We are going to rest. Janae and I got to watch Power, and we got to watch the P-Valley season finale.
Oh yeah. Hey Dave, whatever you do, decline the party invitation from Andrew Gillum.
I don't know this man. Sorry, who is Andrew Gillum? I don't know him. Nope. Yeah, no. I don't know that man. You can't prove to me that I know that man. Sorry to this man.
Uh-oh.
I don't know Andrew Gillum. You ain't gonna catch me anywhere with a dude who got his bussy up in the air talking about I just drank too much. I'm an Anderson. I come from a long line of drunks. Ain't that much drinking in the world. You just out in the hotel with your bussy up. No, sir.
Wait a minute.
You didn't hear about Andrew Gillum? He ran for president for like 5 seconds, and then married man, but he was found with another man, and then he had his bussy in the air. Okay, so nobody knows this story. Okay, just me and Tobias, the only people to know. Like I said, I don't know this man. Sorry to this man. Listen, so we hope that all is well in your world. We hope that you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful experience. Enjoy your week. Do what you need to do out here, and we'll see you guys next time.
Thanks
all right?
for tuning in, y'all.
Take care.
See you
Bye,
next week.
y'all.